going. Oh, look. Oh, here comes the train. Look, it's blue. It must be Conrail. Look at it go. Look at it go. Alright, welcome back to another video. As you can see behind me, we have the Sailor Kilns here in Copley, PA. I've returned here with JPVideos. We're going to be riding his scooters around the trail and checking out some cool things along the way. So if you want to see what we get into and what we find and what we'd like to share with you, be sure to stay tuned and keep watching. Alright, so this is what we are about to embark on our journey with today. These are the HiBoys that Jay has acquired or purchased, and he's going to be sharing one with me to take a ride and enjoy the trail along the way. Ooh, bells.
We need a train whistle.
Yes, we need the whistles. Okay, as you see, we made it to our first destination, which is the old steel bridge, which Jay has done more research than I have, so he found out some history on this bridge. This was the old C&J line?
C&J, it's known as the C&J Lehigh train bridge.
Okay, so this was a C&J Lehigh train bridge, and I guess it's not the original bridge, it was replaced because of flooding?
Of it, I think the farther end of it was
replaced
during a flood.
Alright, so that would be the other section that I crossed?
Yeah.
Alright, so you will see that video obviously before this one. Hopefully, maybe. I don't know.
Fingers crossed.
Help me understand. I don't know. So, yeah, we'll get... You'll have already seen that footage of us crossing these bridges, and this is where we're made our way to now, and we're gonna...
Excuse me.
We're gonna head back that direction towards the Egypt yard, yeah, the kilns, and then work our way over towards the Egypt yard from here. So yeah, so these things are freaking awesome. If you can afford to get one, it's worth it.
It beats pedaling.
Yes, definitely. So we'll get you some booby footage and chest footage of us riding back so that you can see what it's like riding on it, if you haven't already seen his review videos. If you have, awesome. If not, links down there. No, not there. Over there.
Not thumbs down, down there.
Alright, so we got one of our stops of interest here. There is this old wooden boxcar sitting here up on wooden railroad ties that has obviously been here a long time. What it was used for or why it's here, we're not sure. We have no information on that. Some of the key things that it does have is on the door, it still has a padlock, so it's locked, you can't get in it, but then you can get in over there where the wood's missing, so that makes sense. It still has the metal rungs to climb up on, for the brakeman to climb up on top, and it still has both knuckle couplers on, one on either end. So there's no trucks under it, but it is set up on these ties here. It still has the brake wheel up there, or as Alan calls it, the steering wheel. And we did notice we'd been here before. I'd been here before with Alan. It looks like there possibly could have been somebody staying in here, like living in here. There's a ATV tire underneath there, so you can definitely see there's debris and trash and things like that in here, so. Yeah, right? That would be my luck.
Section of rail, which I believe
Holy insulators, Batman.
is for
Yeah, we found the mother load of insulators, but there is a security camera up there too. So that is pointed down onto this block phone booth here, which is preserved from the railroad days. And they even went and put inside of it the actual phone
rail trail right here.
and some like maps and paperwork and things like that to show what was actually how it was used back in those days. And you can see the phone right here still has markings on it, and then over here on the left is some type of table of some sort showing the yard and everything. So then looking out here, you also have some plaques with information about the block phone structure dedicated to Charles A. Hobble, sorry if I'm screwing that up, Senior, in 2010, and a block transfer crane donated by Craig P. Seidleck, 2010, and original phone donated by Mike Bednar. Okay, I know that name because I'm actually following a channel now. Mike Bednar used to film old rail history, and he filmed this. He actually has footage of trains on this line, so I can put a link to that channel in the description below for those of you who don't know. It's another channel that's doing their footage, his footage, because it's old real movie being transferred over to digital and put on the on YouTube for us to enjoy and see all this history. So maybe what I'll do is I'll look on his channel and look for the footage of this actual rail line and throw that link there, and then you can go from there as to what you want to watch video wise. It's very intriguing, very cool to see all the old train footage. Here, they must have just like tore it up and threw it off to the side.
Link shot engaged.
Yeah, there's buildings over there. I think that's actual in-use buildings though. Ooh, shots fired. No, that's a dump truck. Oh, cardinal. Flying right next to you. Yeah, they're it is that track. All right, so we've continued on up this way. You can see there's an overhead Ironton Rail Trail sign, and then the Copley section sign, and then to my left here you can see this is where the trolley line used to run straight over top of us. There was a bridge here, and it went across here into a trolley station over here. I'll look and see if I can find old aerial photographs of that to show that, but I know there's some history and stuff on it online to be able to look up. There are some plaques here. It was an Eagle Scout project. A lot of the things that you'll see was Eagle Scout projects that they made. Looks like they made these rails. That's actually steel. It's not wooden. I've lost my mind. I can't remember things. Rail ties. That's it. Rail ties. Rail ties. So the rail ties are actually metal, so they made them together to make them last so that they don't have to replace the wooden ties for the display. But they do have wooden ties underneath of it to support it. There is new construction going on back here. There was a little building that Alan and I checked out last year that was back here. Also, they're putting in a new sidewalk over here, and we're contemplating carving our names in it. Then you got the caboose over there, so we're going to make our way over to that next. So here we are at the caboose, which was this restoration project. So they have done or are doing a restoration on it. By the looks of it, they've done the restoration on it, but this was Ironton number 6, and it was originally a Reading caboose. I remember looking that up last time I was here, checking it out. So you can see that they have it set up on tracks here on display. They have pieces of steel welded on the track so it can't roll from either end, plus they have a derailleur and then the stopper on the end here. So whether this rail was actually here originally that it came into this, I don't know. I'm pretty sure it wasn't. I'm sure it was made for the display of this, but this is pretty prominent of the intersection here of Chestnut Street and whatever that road is. So as you come, whichever direction you come from here, you're able to see this as you drive past it. It does have information on it about when it was built. It was built the Reading area PA shops. 8 of 24, sold to Ironton Railroad, 3 of 53, and the original number was RDG 90738, and it was retired in 1966. So you can see the windows are actually kind of, they're new modern windows, and it's got electric running in it. I remember that from the last time. Be kind of neat to see. I may have to maybe reach out to the whoever's in charge of this to see if they can give us a little private tour of the inside of it. It'd be neat to see the inside of it if we can make that work. So I'll have to work on that, see what we can do, and maybe that'll be a future video. But here you can see the electric running in it. They do have it locked up, so you can't get in it. Looks like it needs a little cleaning, but you know, that's what happens when, you know, weather. No biggie. So it's pretty neat to see. You see it still has the hot boxes on it. Yeah, it's noisy. I don't want to open it, but still has the hot boxes on it. So obviously it couldn't be used in modern times unless they change those out the bearings. There's the derailleur right there. And look at these steps. I mean, that's, there's a nickel on here. 2000. You can see the wooden door. Allen's steering wheel. Couplers are still on it and everything, so pretty cool to see. It's a nice piece of history to have sitting here on display. right, so here we are in the entrance to what would have been the Egypt yard. You can see the rail car here that they're restoring. Oh, got pet rock. Squirrel! I guess there's a thing with these where if you find it, you can put it somewhere else. And Lehigh Valley rocks. Cool. I'll leave that right there for the next person to find. So it's kind of neat. So we were looking at this before. We've seen this in previous videos. They're still working on it. I know the last time we were here, a couple guys were here doing some work to the back of it. That bee's nest is still under it. And then of course you got over in here all the ruins that we've done videos on before in the past too. So we also have all this. We've done the building there, the firehouse, and all this section. So we may actually, I'm gonna talk amongst this guy and see if we want to detour a little bit and just kind of like go around, and I can kind of show him what's up there, pique his interest. So if we see anything cool, we'll bring you back in. All right, so we took our little detour. I showed him what was up in there. He's definitely looking to come back in the fall to check that out. We made our way down to the fire station, which the last time we were here, there was stacks and stacks of firewood up in these windows, and there was like some kind of a pit here in the middle, like somebody was having fires and stuff. There's still a little bit of remnants of that stuff here, but it looks like it's all been cleaned out, because all of these windows were packed full of firewood. And you could see charred remains here and then out back here. So somebody had been using this as like a party central or something. So it looks like they're finally taking care of that and cleaning that up, so that way there's no more issues here. But you can see here's the back side of the building. I love this old stonework too. This is just really cool. It's all laid by hand, all the mortar, really intricate. Here's where they probably would have housed the fire equipment, in these two bays, because you can see it has a different floor. But we've gone through this in an older video. There's a hole there in the ceiling that was probably for something, but you can see that this whole area was finished and this side wasn't for some reason. So this was all open. Maybe this was storage for equipment or something like that. But yeah, this is the fire department from the Egypt yard. So here we go. Here's some old photographs. You can see there's that rail car down there that they used it as an office. So looking back in this direction, that would be down there. And then also this would be the engines rolling in. Here's that rail car. Looks like there was that building right there, or another building. Actually, that might have been a different building. There was a building here. This view in the spring of 1962 from Route 145 shows number 750 with a load crossing the Copley Creek Bridge heading west. Clear views of the Combine Yard Office, Columbian and Pennsylvania stock houses are visible on the right. The building on the left opposite the lone hopper car is the section house where the maintenance motor car was kept. The small shed between the section house and the hopper car control the weight scale on the adjacent siding. Note all the original siding tracks are still intact. The track turning left off the main heads to the central mill. Here's a snowy one. So there's two big buildings in this photo, that one of them is not here anymore. So I think that one there is the one that stands right there.
That was the bagging plant.
This one is gone. So that's not here anymore. But yeah, you can see all of this is all back in here, which are those ruins that we saw back in here. And here's a good map of it, of the entire yard. And some older photos here of the mill. So pretty neat history here. All right, so we've crossed over Chestnut Street. We're now in this section here, which we're come to this small bridge. You can see the original concrete abutments here and stone of the old former rail bridge, which they've obviously redone as the trail bridge. But this is interesting here because over here in the stream you have this little concrete bridge coming right down into the stream. So whether that was purposely built like that, or
I was thinking like
if it collapsed.
It seems like a ramp that goes right into the water.
Could be. There's a pair of gloves down there on the wall. You should look right there. There's a pair of gloves right there. It could have been a boat ramp, but I mean, it's not really that big for a boat. Looking at the stream, this is the Copley Creek. I mean, I guess at one time it could have been.
Some type of access for the water.
Yeah. So I'll have to look at old aerial photographs and see what that could have been, possibly. Maybe that was because there is a sewer, like a sewer cap or a manhole cap right there too. So there may be, there's obviously a reason for this. We just got to figure out what that reason was. But it's still kind of neat to see it because it does come down on a slant towards the water underneath this bridge, but you see it ends right there and then it gets in the gravel. So there might have been another section here that broke apart over time because there is that wall right there, but we're not sure. We're going to look into that and see what we can find during the editing process. So we made it to the Church Street section. We came in this direction. You can see this building here, which I'm actually looking at on the information placard behind us. That is right here. You can see it right there. You can see the old Conrail switcher, which if you look closely, you can see the Lehigh Valley paint kind of chipped through around the doors and stuff there. But also, if you look at this map, it shows, like right here, it says you are here. So this right here was that. And then all of that, which looked like this, was all behind that. Because I was just looking at, you can see this concrete road over here that goes, there's a bridge down there that you can see from the trail. That looking over here was the old trolley line. It says iron trolley trestle on there. So that's kind of neat that they have all this history. Plus this photo here, when we get to the next intersection, we can show you how that setup was and where that was taken for that switcher right there. Because that's going to be about right around the corner up here. So continuing on. All right, so yeah, this is pretty cool to have seen that shot going. Oh look, oh here comes the train. Look, it's blue. It must be Conrail. Look at it go, look at it go. Boy, that was a lucky catch. Who would have thought that we would have caught a train on a rail trail? I'm in warp speed right now. Oh, bump. Uh-oh. Oh, hey.
is no.
Yeah, we should have done that back there. Oh, look, my truck. All right, so we made it to the Portland Street parking area, which, hey, look, my truck. And sitting here is this switcher locomotive, this Plymouth Locomotive that will be undergoing a restoration. If you've seen Jamie Makin's video of this, if not, I'll put a link in the description below, but here is a look at where it came from. That's the company that had it last, and it was transported back here, so it's going to go undergo a restoration for static display. As of right now, you can open the door and look inside. So I'll give you a little peek of how it looks, I should say. Pretty cool. It's not incredibly horrible condition. I mean, you can see the concrete dust and everything on it, but it's definitely seen its use over the years. So it'd be neat to see it restored and up. Whether they're going to make it running again, that I don't know. I don't know if it's just going to stay on static display here. We'll have to look and see if there's any information online as to what the plans are for it. But it's pretty cool, to say the least. What engine in it, I don't know. You have a tarp covering it. I think it might be, I think a lot of these are gas engines. They have a bungee strap, so I'm not gonna. So it could be gas or diesel, I'm not sure. But you can see all the concrete dust on it, how much it got over the years. There's a pile of it right here. You can see it on the windows. That would be the air intake for the filter. That would be, I think this is the exhaust. I'm not sure what that is.
Wheels, you've got the chutes for the sand, for traction.
With all the concrete on it, doesn't need the sand.
Brake arms.
So here's a look at this side. You can see it's a little, like the lettering and stuff's more faded. Get a view from this side. So I'm assuming these are air tanks by the looks of it. Here's the back side of it. Couplers are still on it. Here's the airline connection. I got the valve closed. There's no air in it.
This would be something
that would be the release for the knuckle. So pretty cool. Can't wait to see what they do with it and how good it looks when they're done with it, and what they end up doing with it, if it's just going to stay on static display or if it's going to go in some type of operation or not. Yeah, if you'd like to donate to the cause, here's the information where you can donate to help restore it. We found a bridge that he can handle. So this is obviously the trail's right there. This is one of the two lines that would have went through here, or maybe a siding that I can confirm on aerial photos. But you can also see there's some abutments here, so there was probably a siding that went into these buildings over here, because if you look up here, you'll see there's a giant stack right there, which that's part of private property, so we can't get to that. But we may look and see if we can get permission from the property owners at some point to maybe be able to take a look at that and see what's over there. But I wouldn't hold your breath. It might not happen. No. So yeah, this bridge has long since seen trains on it, and you can see there's a lot of debris build up from flooding. But you can actually kind of see like where the concrete is there. You can see down in the water. It has a greenish tint to it, but you can actually see the bottom in most parts. So it's pretty deep right here. There's a pipe sticking out of the ground over here, which looks like it would have obviously continued, maybe followed that or went this direction. But I do remember coming back here once before and seeing this was like flooded out and pretty damp and wet. So toasty. So right up here on our left, if you can hear me, is the water tower base for the old steam locomotives. Alright, so here we have the base of the former water tower, the concrete structure of it. Obviously the wooden barrel part on top, you see in this photo right here, is long gone. But that's back from the steam days. And here's some information for you if you'd like to read it. Feel free to pause. If you don't pause and don't want to read it, you won't hurt my feelings. Back here is the entrance to it. Look at a cable here too. I had been here before. These foundations of the buildings, we'll get to that, but here's a look inside the base of the water tower. So that massive wooden structure, not massive, but that wooden structure where they held the water would have been up there. And then this would have been, it's actually cool in here. You can feel the temperature difference. Concrete is an amazing thing when it comes to holding in cool air. So I'm not sure what the cable was about here, but it's all just wrapped up here unless it was just thrown here at some point. But these were not really visible, so this has all been cleaned out since I was here last time. You can actually see what these were now. There's a picture of it right there. There's part of the water tower. And you can take a read if you like. So this was the section house. And that would have been right here. And then the next building, right here, there's some other ruins back there as well. This would have been the blacksmith shop, and I guess they don't have a placard up for that yet. But you can see the foundation right here. There's actually some metal laying in here too. Whatever this was. So this probably would have been where they would have had the fire. And then the chimney probably went out through that hole and out the side. So I don't have any photos of that yet, but that's what remains of it. And then over here, conductor's office. So this would have been the foundation for the conductor's office. You can see there was support walls in the middle there, or support foundation wall in the middle there. So this is pretty decent size for offices. Probably 50 by 20, 40 by 20, somewhere around there. And then over here, not sure what this was. These aren't signed or placarded yet. You got this foundation here, small one, and then this one over here. There's just some rubbish in there, tires, and maybe this was some type of storage or something. That we don't know yet. There's a drum in here or something with a, it was probably made for a stove, So that may have been in the blacksmith shop or been heat for one of these buildings. So it's cool that they got this cleared out so you can actually see them now. That's makes it nice, because like I said, the last time I was here you couldn't really see it because it was all overgrown in here, kind of like all this back in here. So you can make them out, but it was hard to maneuver around to get to them to see them. Plus the signs weren't here to indicate what they were. Go Speed Racer, go Speed Racer. All right, so there you have it. As you see, we're back at the Sailor Kiln area, and now you see why my truck was at the other parking lot. Get back here quicker. Last time, the other scooter that he had actually ran out of battery power at that location, so that's why we decided to park one vehicle here and one vehicle there. That way we had a way to get back, which we ended up not needing it today anyway, because neither one of us went more. I mean, we dropped down 1 bar in the battery on these scooters, so these scooters are definitely way better than that one was as far as range and battery wise. So we could have kept going, but unfortunately he doesn't have time. He's got to get home. I do, but he's taking it with him, so I can't, keep going. So I have something else. Buy your own. I got to buy my own, but I have something else that I'm going to be playing with here. So you may see some pretty cool footage come after this as bonus footage. If not, that means I didn't get it working yet, so you'll just have to wait. So first off, I'd like to thank Jay for obviously using the scooters and riding the scooters. It was definitely a lot of fun. I definitely got to get one, because for what we do and what we're planning on doing, they will come in handy greatly for some of the places that we want to go or explore, or doing rail trails. If you guys like these rail trail videos, we'll definitely look into doing more in the future. So make sure to give us comments and thumbs ups. We want more. Tell us we want more, so we can do more, so we can bring you more entertaining footage. As you'll see probably either throughout the video or in the end in the bloopers, however I decide to edit it, you'll see our little bloopers anyway. So thanks again for trekking down here and hanging out with me for the day and allowing me to ride your scooter again. Sorry I didn't beat on it too bad.
A little dusty, but it's okay.
It'll blow off. No big deal. Put it on the roof rack. It'll be clean by the time you get home.
I'll go do that.
So make sure to check out his video as well. And thanks for watching. Make sure to give the videos, both of ours, thumbs ups. And if you're new, subscribe if you like it. And
Squirrel!
Squirrel! I hear train. So yeah, I might go chase that train. So maybe you'll see a video of that. But we'll catch you. We'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Hey, welcome back to another video. As you can see behind me, I've returned to the
Slow down.
hot seat. Should have parked in the shade.